Hello and welcome to European Rugby Challenge Cup Round 6 predictions brought to you by DrivingMaul. Hi, I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, and thank you very much for joining me. Yes, we have reached the last round of the group stages for what is the Lottery Cup, as we don't know how seriously these teams are going to take this competition. And it's probably been a little bit better this time, but there still have been some weird results. Obviously, we're down to teams perhaps taking it a bit more seriously if they've stumbled themselves into a position to qualify. And obviously the teams that haven't qualified will basically just be sending out pretty much academy sides, or at least second string sides. First up though, we have a real game between Gloucester and Pau. Gloucester's only loss so far was their trip to Pau, who have won all of their games. So these two are scrapping it out for the top of the table. Pau on 23 points and Gloucester on 21. One of these teams will obviously top the group. I think Gloucester at home will be too much for Pau, and I'm going to back them to win by 5. Next, we have Krasnodar hosting London Irish, not in Russia, but actually in Tbilisi in Georgia. So because of the weather up in Krasnodar, that's where the game's been held. This is going to be a double header by the looks of things, with Krasnodar playing first and then followed up by NSI hosting Newcastle Falcons. So if you've got tickets to that should be a great day. Personally, so these are repeats of last week, where London Irish beat Krasnodar by 30 points. I think on the road, perhaps there'll be a bit of a narrow gap, and I'm backing London Irish to win that one by 20. Next up, NSI, who lost to Newcastle Falcons by, and I've just bring up the numbers, 57 points last weekend. So again, they'll know each other, and I think on the road though, Newcastle Falcons with those 5 wins already have the only thing they're fighting for is a home quarter-final. So they probably still want to win it, and I'm backing Newcastle to win this one by 30. Yep, landslide wins. This has not been a good season for NSI, who in previous years have managed to eke out a couple of home victories in this competition. Zebre, another team that has lost all of their games. Like NSI, hosts Argent, who have only won one against Zebre. Argent, I really think, will have all of their thoughts turned to the top 14, and this really is just a distraction for them. Again, they don't want to have to travel for, so I think we'll see Zebre win this one. I'm backing Zebre by 3. It's going to be who is the least worst out of those two this weekend. Brive then host Worcester, with Worcester currently in second place. They could theoretically get one of those second best places slots, but I think a trip to Brive is going to be a step too far for them. Backing Brive to win that one by 7, with all that home pride, as we see in those French sides, being the winning one. Connacht then host Oyonnax. Oyonnax, who have only picked up 1 victory, and they even lost at home last weekend to Brive, which is a bit of a surprise. Just had 1 victory over Worcester Warriors. I think Connacht at home going to get a comfortable victory. I'm backing Connacht by about 20 points. I think this will be a bit of a landslide. And because of that, that's probably why you're going to see Newcastle Falcons trying to gun it out to get the bonus point as well, so that those two sides are pushing for, say, those home quarter-finals. Newport Gwent Dragons host Bordeaux. Now, typically we say that the French sides don't travel well. However, Dragons have been a bit of a mess. They have got injuries. Their only wins have been over NSI, who haven't picked up any victories at all. So I think Bordeaux are in with a good shout of a victory here, and I'm backing Bordeaux by 3. This could come down to whether Bordeaux actually want to make the playoffs or not. Lyon then hosts Cardiff. Cardiff have gone really well in this competition, actually, having won 4 out of their 5 games. Only that loss away to Sale Sharks in this competition. Lyon, just those 2 wins, and clearly they're concentrating on the top 14. Still, I think at home, pride is going to play a big part here, and I'm backing Lyon to win that one by 5. Toulouse then hosts Sale Sharks, and another one where I'm going to go with the home French advantage and back Toulouse wins one by 3. But you've got to wonder how much Toulouse actually really care about this competition. They really, to be a team that has had such a history in the Heineken Cup, to be in the second tier competition really must be, it's just not in their DNA. and they really haven't given it a go. But still, I think at home they should win that one by 3. Sale Sharks are not a good travelling side. To round things off, Stade Francais host Edinburgh. Stade Francais have been a very strange team this season, up and down, and more down than up. Edinburgh have gone very well in this competition, have got 5 wins out of 5, and whilst Stade Francais are fighting for potentially one of those second best places, they are at the bottom of the pile for that, and I think Edinburgh are in a good shout of winning this one by 3. Yes, that goes against the grain of French sides playing well at home and their pride and all that. That's how I see it going. Anyway, always up for a good old rugby chat, so let me know your thoughts down below, or you can get hold of me on Twitter at DrivingMaul.